All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening. We're going to go ahead and get started. We've got one short meeting prior to the start of the regular council meeting, which I'd like to go ahead and convene. All right. Jason, we all good here? All right, let's do it. All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the City of Tempe Housing Authority meeting. The time is now, let's see, 5:54, but this is a quick meeting, actually. Just want to also note, we have a resident member, Jack Drummond, who's going to be participating virtually this evening and will participate in the vote. Item number 1, call to order. Members of the public who attend the meeting physically are asked to maintain distance between other parties, and masks are optional for all attendees per City of Tempe policy. Alternatively, members of the public may attend the meeting virtually through Cisco WebEx events by visiting tempe.gov/councilmeetinginfo for more information. Council meetings can also be watched in real time via Cox Cable Channel 11 and at tempe.gov/tempe11. Item number 2 is called to the audience. The Housing Authority Board welcomes public comment at this time only for items listed on this agenda. There is a 3-minute time limit per speaker. Let's see, I don't have any cards here. Madam Clerk, any cards that I'm missing?
None for the Housing Authority, Mayor.
Sounds good. Then I'll close that portion of the agenda. Item number 3 is the approval of City of Tempe Housing Authority meeting minutes. Let me see here. My screen is malfunctioning over here, so I'll probably just go ahead and do a voice vote to make sure I can keep this straight. I'd look for a motion to approve the August 18th, 2022 City of Tempe Housing Authority meeting minutes.
So moved.
I think it was moved by Board Member Navarro and seconded by Board Member Hodge. I'll take a voice vote. Board Member Chin?
Aye.
Board Member Garland?
Aye.
Board Member Navarro? Aye. Board Member Adams? Board Member Keating? Yes. Board Member Hodge? Aye. And Board Member Drummond?
Aye.
And I vote aye as well. That passes 8-0. Next up, we have item number 4, Housing Authority Governing Board updates. I'd like to call upon Irma Holland-McCain, our Deputy Human Services Director of Housing, for an update.
Good evening. Thank you, Mayor Woods, Vice Mayor Adams, council members. So let's see here. I'm here to give you an update on what's going on with, I'm sorry.
Do you have a PowerPoint?
I pressed a button.
No, do you have a PowerPoint?
Yes.
I didn't receive one.
Oh, it was up on the screen.
That's just mine. That's just, have, did you provide us with your PowerPoint?
I did.
Thank you to Councilmember Garland for providing some theme music. No copyrights.
It would have been.
The online meeting packet, can we bring it up that way?
What's it called? File? Sarah, do we have a copy of that?
We have it in PDF in the 1,000-page packet, if we want us to try to share and open that up.
I'm sorry, did I not do something?
Yeah, that didn't get provided to me.
Kara's going back and sending the version that was emailed. I don't know if that's what was in the system or not, but we'll send it to you.
I can provide a verbal update if that would be helpful.
I was going to ask if while you're updating, if we can move to item number 5, if you can wait just till we kind of upload the PowerPoint, because we have action items here. So item number 5, Housing Authority Governing Board action items. All these items will be considered separately. Item number 5A is to adopt a resolution to increase the payment standards to align with the recently released fiscal year 2023 fair market rents, which were recently released by the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development. Is there any comments or discussion by the board? Hearing none, it's been moved by Board Member Garland and seconded by Board Member Keating. I'll take another voice vote. Board Member Chin?
Aye.
Board Member Garland?
Aye.
Board Member Navarro?
Aye.
Board Member Adams?
Aye.
Board Member Keating?
Yes.
Board Member Hodge?
Aye.
And Board Member Drummond?
Aye.
And I vote aye as well. That item passes unanimously 8-0. Next up is item 5B, to adopt a resolution to adopt revisions and updates to the Family Self-Sufficiency Action Plan operated by the City of Tempe Housing Authority, dated September 2022. Any comments or discussion? All right, hearing none, do I have a motion on item 5B? It's been moved by Board Member Keating and seconded by Board Member Garland. Voice vote here. Board Member Chin?
Aye.
Board Member Garland?
Aye.
Board Member Navarro? Board Member Adams?
Aye.
Board Member Keating?
Yes.
Board Member Hodge?
Aye.
Board Member Drummond?
Aye.
And I vote aye as well. That item passes unanimously 8-0. Now we will go back to item number 4, which is the Housing Authority Governing Board updates. Let's see, is the PowerPoint ready?
It is ready.
Look at that, see?
All right, so I'm going to give you a little bit of an update of what's going on with the Tempe Housing Authority. Oh, let's see here. So a majority of the programs that are administered by the Tempe Housing Authority are HUD voucher programs, highly regulatory, highly compliance-driven. Over fiscal year 2022, we administered nearly $11 million in housing subsidies in the private landlord market here in the city of Tempe, and this is the breakdown of the number of vouchers and type of vouchers that we have. Over the next 4 slides, I'm going to be talking about performance as it pertains to our housing authority effective on July of 2022. If you notice over in the top right of the slide, of the 1,092 vouchers that are allocated to the city of Tempe, 883 vouchers are currently leased up in the community with a leasing rate of 78%, which is a nominal improvement since I was before you in August. But notice in the bottom left how we're spending at a rate over 99%. What this means is that the number of individuals and families we can support with our budget authority is short of the capacity that we have available. This is largely due to Tempe rents being out of sync with what HUD pays us for to cover the rents. And so our challenge is to close the gap. And to do that, the payment increases that you just approved, thank you very much, that coupled with spending into our $1.5 million in reserves will maximize the number of families and individuals that we can assist. This slide here demonstrates budget utilization going back to 2015, and for the most part, year after year, we meet the mark of spending at least 95% of our housing subsidies. This slide demonstrates the per unit cost we are paying on behalf of assisted families. Today's per unit cost is $960.92. A 24% increase over the last 5 years. So in an effort to increase housing capacity or housing assistance capacity, we wanted to make you aware that the Tempe Housing Authority has applied for a new housing voucher allocation, and it's called stability vouchers. These vouchers seek to get some of our most vulnerable people into housing, much like the emergency housing vouchers that we were awarded a couple of years ago. We're required to partner with health agencies and the regional continuum of care. And this is all in efforts to reduce homelessness and help people move off the streets and into permanent housing. We have obtained a letter of support from the Maricopa Continuum of Care, and we've applied for these vouchers. I'm excited to notify you today that we were successful in our recent application to HUD for 10 additional Veterans Affairs supportive housing vouchers. Tempe Housing Authority has a long history of successfully housing chronically homeless veterans in this program, and we felt that we could take on the additional capacity. And for the first time in my career of 12 years in housing, HUD announced an award of more than 19,000 new housing vouchers distributed to nearly 2,000 public housing agencies across the country. We were the recipients of 17 additional vouchers. Effective January 1st of 2023, the Tempe Housing Authority is proposing to issue our housing assistance payments to landlords on the first of the appropriate month that it's applicable to. Our current practice is to issue the checks in the month previous, and it's kind of a accounting nightmare, not only for the city, but also for the landlords who are doing business with us. So to transition to that payment calendar, we'll notify all of our landlords. We'll encourage landlords that are not currently participating in direct deposit to sign up for ACH payments. That way, the day that we make the payment, it shows up in their bank account. And we'll, of course, work with finance staff to develop a calendar of payments to ensure that landlords continue to receive their payments in a timely manner. And finally, I just wanted to let you know that HUD pandemic waivers to support rental housing affordability will continue through December of 2023. We've applied for 2 different waivers, and we await to hear whether or not that's been approved. I wanted to just let you know about the Roadway Inn that we acquired back in September of 2021 and began occupancy back in December of 21. These 30-day units provide occupants with relief from the elements in the streets and enable participants to work with our HOPE team to receive services. To date, 134 individuals have been served at the Roadway, and we are currently at capacity. The Envision Centers are central hubs that provide people with resources and support needed to excel in their own self-sufficiency. Our Envision Centers will also include resilience, a refuge during climate emergencies like extreme heat. The Envision Center is scheduled for completion early next year. Currently, the east side roof is being replaced, a new ADA sidewalk is being installed, and several other improvements are being made to the building. And then finally, as you are likely aware, back in August, the Tempe Coalition for Affordable Housing, affectionately referred to as the affiliate, purchased Watson's Flowers. The affiliate is currently in discussions with Tempe Community Action Agency regarding their intent to purchase this property. And then finally, the affiliate is working with the city attorney's office to transfer a vacant parcel owned by the city to the affiliate, and it's a smaller property, and we'd likely be able to build an affordable duplex or triplex onto the property. That concludes my presentation.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Any questions for any board members? Good. Board Member Adams.
Yes, just a comment. Thank you for your presentation. It was very nice. And also, I'm really glad to hear that you're working so closely with TCAA. So thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Anyone else? Wonderful. Irma, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. With that, we've reached item number 6, which is adjournment. Just want to let everybody know that the next Tempe Housing Authority meeting is scheduled for January 5th, 2023. This meeting is now adjourned. We're going to take about a minute so we can turn things over, and then we will start the regular council meeting.